Hey everyone, Merchant Ricky back. After a little bit of a break, I got COVID, but I'm better now, and that's all that matters. Let's talk about One Piece chapters 1096 and 1097. Honestly, two fantastic chapters, and I can't believe that we are in the middle of a Kuma flashback that involves his participation at God Valley, his indestructible character and unshakable morals as a youth. Just as a kid, he's standing down the Gorosei and saying, like, you guys are messed up and I don't think the world should work this way. What a fantastic little big guy, right? And the fact that he was able to not only hold it down but still make it out alive. Like, Gorosei stocks are in the trash, and I'm just joking, but he escaped somehow. And I don't know if he Ursa shocked Jay Garcia Saturn and knocked him back, scared him off or something like that, but it is pretty crazy to see that a child, a 9-year-old with a devil fruit, was able to escape the clutches of a Gorosei. I think there has to be something that we missed. Rox or Roger had to have gotten involved in that moment. I think just because the sheer magnitude of being able to dodge a Gorosei and make it off an island, let alone saving 500 people, which is no minor feat at all. It is a shame that it cost, something around the lines of 10,000 people that were there, only 500 lived. And although it's a shame, I am very proud of our little Kuma. The scene at the end of, I think, 1096, where he's praying for everyone, all the lives he couldn't save, genuinely, it broke me. It was very sad and very charming, to see that he wishes he could have done more after already doing so much. And then, moving on to 1097, we see him, and every week he's taking people's pain, and then when they leave, he goes up and he's like, all right, let's do this. Let me brace myself, and just fucking takes it to the body, all while Ginny is just in the back, and she's just broken, completely destroyed, watching her man just demolish himself every week. It paints a beautiful picture of a caring girlfriend and a selfless boyfriend. And when she asked him, hey, let's get married, I know you love me, and he was like, we can't do that. That was so sad, because it's another thing that the world government has taken from Kuma now. It wasn't bad enough that they took his mother and father. It wasn't bad enough that they eradicated his whole race for their religious beliefs of Nika. And I am going to go ahead and say that is a religion now, right? The sun god. But it's now something entirely else, entirely different. You took his childhood, you took his innocence, and now you've taken his love life. That really, really pisses me off. Like, now it's not just like, oh, I hate the Celestial Dragons. We all hate the Celestial Dragons. They suck. No, now it's like a deep-rooted, brutal hatred. Like, I need to see the Celestial Dragons' demise. I need to see their downfall. I need to see them in the gutter. I need to see them destroyed wholeheartedly, in and out. I don't care if it's a Celestial Dragon man, woman, and honestly, at this point, child. I think the whole situation, the whole society of Celestial Dragons needs to be gone forever. They suck. Another little mini thing about chapter 1096, I believe, when they were doing the human games, or the native eradication games, Saint Garling is riding an evil duck, and that really, no, I don't like evil supersonic duck squadron. I don't want that. I hate that, but I kind of love that. I like that he has a mount. I want to see that duck. Show me the evil duck, Oda, please. Evil duck gang, whatever. The Holy Knights as a whole, they all look weird, and I like that they look weird. I don't think any of them, there's the one sexy girl in the corner or whatever, but then right behind her is a cow skull wearing lunatic. And then, there was a little one, in the long lineup of all the Holy Knights in the front, there was a little one. I want to know about the little one. That whole situation still is just so hard and brutal to wrap your mind around, especially with current events going on today. And I don't want to get into those, but everyone deserves the life of freedom. Everybody deserves to live in peace without having fear of having their whole race eradicated because the Celestial Dragons think that that's fun. It's just, Brutal, man. And I think Oda has truly crafted probably one of the best backstories and like characters in general. Like what we have been given with Kuma first started out as a mysterious force of nature that can't be reckoned with, that for some reason is turning into a robot, and we want to know why. Then all of a sudden, we're kind of hating him. Next thing you know, he's whispering to Rayleigh at the speed of light, like, hey, look, I'm gonna save your Straw Hats. Don't worry, I'm with the Revolutionary Army. I'm that guy. I'm him. And he actually, rescues the Straw Hats, sends them off on the time skip. We come back and we find out that he was protecting the Sunny the whole time. And I always bring this up when it comes to Kuma. That alone has always intrigued me to a point of like almost disbelief. Like I still can't believe he like helped protect the Sunny, that like Vegapunk let him do that, and that the government let Vegapunk let him do that, right? Because you think that they would, some way, shape, and form that would have started the whole like world government versus Vegapunk storyline, because he saved the Straw Hats' Thousand Sunny. It's not like it was a small thing. This ship has enabled them to face down the barrel of the world government and take it head on, So in a way, they should have always wanted to fight Vegapunk. And, the next part of the flashback has to be when he meets Vegapunk, I assume. We have to be getting Bonnie soon in his flashback, because this whole Ginny is Bonnie, Bonnie is Ginny thing, I just don't know if I believe it. I don't know even if I'm on that train. I think it's a great idea. You know what I mean? Like, that's really cool and all that. But I personally would like it so that Ginny and Kuma were able to have a moment of love together, and that Bonnie is not Ginny, but the daughter of Ginny, the daughter of Kuma, the real daughter. But, things do add up. You go back to the part where it shows Kuma wanting to be Nika, and he straight up, she says, like, is he gonna come free me too? So they were already in some sort of situation of slavery or captivity at the very least. And that's kind of freaky, like they had Bonnie from a very young age if she's not Ginny, And then, you gotta ask yourself the question of like, what does Oda plan to do with this flashback? We have to meet Vegapunk, we have to meet Bonnie. That's my things. Those are my two things that I want. But he is saving this up to, again, ultimately show the cruelty of the Celestial Dragons. That has been the real main character of Kuma's flashback, is the cruelty and the brutality of the Celestial Dragons. It takes the forefront every chapter. The human eradication games, the situation on Sorbet where they had to divide the island in half just so that the lawless wasteland does not add to the population, where they are now being factored into the Celestial Dragons tribute, right? That kind of stuff is brutal. And the Celestial Dragons have taken the forefront of this flashback and made it a nightmare. And I hate them so much. Like, I do not like the Celestial Dragons. Character designs aside, I want each and every one of them to be in the gutter. Like I said, I want them all to go down at the end of this. And I really hope that some of the final moments of the series are watching the Celestial Dragons wallow in misery and pain. But as usual, at the risk of becoming redundant, I'm going to cut the video here. Kuma has changed my complete outlook on One Piece, and it's not just a goofy pirate manga anymore to me. It is most definitely a story of hope and dreams realized, and, passing of the will, the sharing of inherited wills, and assuming mantles of heroes of a bygone era. I really want to see Luffy come into his own as Sun God Nika right in front of Kuma and liberate everyone on Egghead in some sort of capacity, some sort of way, maybe punching Garcia Saturn out cold, maybe killing Kizaru, or at least to the point, because he's already knocked Kizaru out cold. Kizaru's on the ground, he can't get up, right? Help me, my head, my brain, I'm seeing stars. But if you got punched in the brain by Luffy, I'm sure you would be out too. I know for sure being flicked by Luffy would probably knock me out, right? Fantastic stuff. Like, I cannot believe where we are. We've cut away from Egghead entirely for this chapter, or for this flashback, so I can only assume we're going to get the whole flashback now. I mean, look at with Reverie. We got the rest of the Reverie we missed. And that was in the middle of Egghead. That was a whole 2-3 months of no Straw Hats at all, you know? But anyways, I'm so happy with One Piece. It's so good. Even the parts that make me sad, I know we're working towards a brighter future, and we're gonna have such a massive payoff at the end. It's gonna feel so good. Anyways, I'm glad to be back. Tired of being sick. That sucked. Anyways, if you could subscribe to the video if you made it this far, I'm almost to 500. I'd really appreciate it. I was at 498. I'm at 497 now, so whoever unsubscribed, your mama's a fat hoe, and she sucks. Anyways, my name is Merch Hunter Ricky, and you guys have a good one.